have you ever played a game and thought to yourself, I wish the creator would add this feature in an update? Well, I definitely have, so today I'm making a list of the top 5 things that I wish the creator of Stardew Valley would add to the game. Number 1 on my list is being able to build more things at Robin's. Specifically, I want to be able to build more decoration items, similar to how you can build the well, which it does serve a purpose, but let's be honest, you're probably going to get sprinklers if you're doing it for gameplay, whereas for the aesthetic, you might go with a well. Well, no pun intended, I want to be able to build things like piers for the lakes on your farm, and maybe even some further expansions to your farmlands, or even your house. Like, seriously, does anyone else not wonder why no one in Stardew Valley has a bathroom? Like, shouldn't that come with the original farmhouse? One of the many reasons why I think that a pier would be a good idea is because I love decorating farms in Stardew, as I'm sure you guys know if you've been on my channel before, and I'm sure you guys do too if you've played. Piers are one of the many things that I think would be a very cute addition to your farmlands. I have a few other ideas, like being able to switch out the farm cave type and maybe expand the farm after paying for an extra deed at Lewis's. Personally, I think that Lewis could offer a few different expansions to the farm, especially since a few of them are so small in terms of tillable tiles. Another thing I would love to get from Robin is a greenhouse upgrade availability after you get it built, not to mention more customization for it and the other buildings. I know that there was already some customization added in an update not long ago, but I want a little bit more. Number 2, alternate hard events after marriage. One thing I would really love to see in Stardew Valley is a little bit more villager interactions that are affected by you getting married and also even dating. For instance, I think it might be nice if after you reach 6 hearts with someone, but especially after you give them the bouquet that signifies you dating, I think they should ask you to the dance every year at the flower dance. It's honestly a little weird to me that even after I get married, my spouse is still a little surprised that I want to dance with. Except for Elliot, I suppose, but he is special and not just because he's iconic. Also, for the villagers that have a family in town, I would optimally like for their family to react at least a little bit to you dating and marrying their family members. For instance, it would be really fun if there was a cutscene between you and their parents, or even some occasionally sweet dialogue about you dating them. For the drama, I would obviously also love for the other partners to show some jealousy, but only if you had them at 6 or more hearts when you started dating someone else. Because at the moment, the only actual jealous person in the town is Abigail, maybe, when you start dating Sebastian, and her comments are more passive-aggressive towards the farmer than hilariously jealous. And I'm not just saying that because I play The Sims and I love drama as a side effect. I mean, maybe that is part of it, but still. The drama would be low-key iconic, especially if a few of their lines were jealous over the farmer and not just the person that they were kind of involved with. Honestly, the dating system as a whole could kind of use an overhaul. More alternative hard events after dating, and especially marriage that are more romantic in nature, would be really great and really expand on the plot between you and your expected person, and that honestly sounds like a dream. Speaking of dating, my next one goes right along with this one, which is number 3, actual dates with your partners. I don't know why in Stardew Valley, but there's only a few cutscenes that actually seem like you're dating your partner, and there are far more that seem like you aren't. Outside of those cutscenes, you actually can't really date them. There's no options to have dinners at Gus's or anything really similar. When you're engaged, it doesn't even show it, which is honestly really weird because at least it shows the little dating tag under their name. And then of course, after the 3-day wait time, you also have a little married symbol by your and your partner's name. But what I find the most odd out of all of this is the multiplayer interactions. Recently, I've been playing on a farm with my sister, and we both got married on the same day to Sebastian and Sam, respectively. We thought it would be funny to marry besties, and honestly, it is pretty cute. But we're still getting cutscenes with each other's partners that are canonically a little bit weird, because what do you mean we could go for a ride on your motorcycle, just the 2 of us, Sebastian? Like, IGK about you, but shouldn't you be asking my farm bestie and your wifey on a secret ride to a place you've supposedly never taken another person? So it might be nice if your cutscenes were platonic after someone in your multiplayer save married them as well, because I don't really want to go out to dinner with Alex on a date-like event if I know my farming partner is married to him already. And after you're married, there really isn't anything except your heart events, which don't really show dates either. Like, where is my cutesies content of me and Shane playing arcade games or going grocery shopping together? As a bonus to this section, I would like more NPCs at some point. Perhaps the Zoo City could become a stop for the bus to run to. I would be willing to pay for that upgrade to the bus if need be for future updates. Just saying, it would be kinda cool. Speaking of places you go when you use the bus, allow me to casually slide into my next one. Number 4, Skull Caverns elevators. I know the Skull Caverns are meant to be more difficult than the regular mines, and that most people can do successful runs of them. But I can't because I'm low-key bad at them, which I know is probably a skill issue, but there's gotta be other people with the same problem that this would help, right? Even if the elevators only came every 15 or 25 levels, it would still be incredibly useful to have. Not to mention that there is a mod for this out there that already has tons of downloads, so why can't we just have it in the base game too? The best goodies of the Skull Caverns are on the lower levels, and if I'm being honest, due to the way time is sped up in them, because no, you're not imagining that it's actually going faster, getting through large numbers of them is hard for even some professional Stardew Valley gamers to do. So how are moderately good players like me meant to survive down there? Like, I unlocked the Skull Caverns pretty early in my saves because I love blasting through the regular mines on rainy days with good luck, but the moment that I do, I kind of have to ignore them for the time being because I don't really have the supplies or the skill to do productive runs for them to earn all of the goodies that I need to gather from them. And believe me, I really want that iridium so that I can craft better sprinklers and cover all of my farm. Watering the crops I plant is ridiculous, even with eating to boost my energy after, because it takes forever. And that's with the iridium watering can. And yes, I do realize that I could have used that iridium on a few sprinklers, but I wanted all the tool upgrades first, which, looking back, was kind of a dumb decision because, like, why didn't I make the sprinklers first? I will never stop regretting it, to be honest. For my 5th and final point, give Gunther legs, and Morris too. This one I really don't feel like I should have to ask for, but apparently I do, because outside of like 4 cutscenes, 3 for Morris and 1 for Gunther, not including the Jojo rebuilding cutscenes, you don't really see Gunther and Morris acting like normal townspeople. Morris is slightly understandable since he's the villain of the game, but Gunther? Come on, let my man free of the library/museum, please. Like, genuinely, you can't even access Gunther or Morris for that matter because they're actually blocked off where you can't even talk to them. Like, why can't I build friendship points with Gunther? I'm not asking for a marriage option here, although I certainly wouldn't say no to that addition. But more cutscenes and a little friendship would be nice. I mean, the poor guy doesn't even have a bedroom, he just stands behind the counter. And he doesn't show up to any of the town events, which is also a little weird because, like, even the wizard shows up to town events. The only 2 people other than Gunther that doesn't show up to town events, aside from Morris, of course, is Krobus and the dwarf, which is honestly more understandable because at least Gunther feels like he's somewhat welcome, and yet he still doesn't show. Not that Morris has it any better when it comes to living situations, he doesn't even have a place to live. Justice for Gunther and Morris is a requirement in my opinion for the coming updates. Like, even if it's just a minor update with more life for Gunther and Morris, it would be great because right now, to be completely honest, Gunther is just a little bit creepy. Like, what is he doing in there all day? Like, he just stands behind the counter and waits for you to deliver your goodies to the museum, and he doesn't even react when you give things to the museum, except to tell you if you don't have anything, and then occasionally you get a gift from the museum as a reward for donating enough things, but honestly it's a little weird because how is he acquiring this stuff if he can't leave the museum? Some honorable mentions of things I would like to see in game are bathrooms for the houses, which I briefly mentioned earlier, but I would really like to see more of them throughout the town, and more randomization of your children's sprites. I feel like the kids honestly deserve their own update with the ability to change their clothes, actually have some dialogue with them perhaps, and since you can buy extra kids' beds at Robin's already, maybe even the ability to have more than 2. And most importantly, I want their appearance to be randomized based off of who you marry and your own character. I know that one might be a little bit difficult to achieve, but it would be nice if genetics played some sort of role in their looks. With all that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know if you agree with any of my opinions in the comments down below, and let me know what you guys want to see from Stardew Valley in the coming updates, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!